Hello? Okay. So we're starting fresh. I am reorganizing my whole area, so it's kind of a mess right now. I moved all the furniture, so there's a bunch of garbage on the ground. I'm gonna be working on cleaning that up. I want to do it while streaming because it keeps me motivated. Beetlejuice. Um, but my plan is over there is gonna be like all my amps and stuff, so I can actually play real amps on stream if I want to. And then let's see. Obviously, all the garbage will be gone. The drums are over here. Dude, I wonder if I should. No, never mind. Drums are over there. Where's the guitar rack gonna go? That's a good question. Where does the guitar rack go? Um, hmm. I gotta think for a second. Maybe, maybe that should go somewhere else. Where would that go? I just don't know. I just got no clue there, buddy. I gotta, I gotta take a break. I've been doing this for a while. It's getting crazy in here. Um, okay. A little overwhelmed. I kind of started before I cleaned, so there's a lot of shit around. Um, I am overwhelmed. I started this without considering that I'd have to finish. The guitar rack can go over here. Outside. I'm overwhelmed. This is overwhelming, man. Um, where's my vape? Especially. Okay, that's better. So, testing.
Testing, testing. Okay.
Okay, let's get the song playing. Woods through the Amazons. Testing.
time to give you what you need. Find you, you got to let you go now. Someday I will come home, but until then, well, I'll see you later. Mm-hmm.
Hello? Just waiting for this shit to load.
Beep, 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 beep.
Well, Reaper crash. Damn it. I didn't mean to do that. Eh.
All right. This is a very odd song that I've been working on slowly. to work on this one. One day Adams quit fusing. There's nothing to Alright, I gotta eat something or something like that. I don't know. couch to sit on over here anymore either. That sucks. That's okay. We'll survive. Testing. Okay. So I bought some art. Testing. Testing. Okay. So we are going to actually close the
And we're gonna use the lap. Do we use left? No, we have to. We have to do this. All right.
So, all we're gonna do is throw a gate. We're gonna throw a gate. We're gonna throw this on. Get rid of that delay. Get rid of the reverb. Because what we are gonna be doing is playing a little bit of Iron Swarm. If you don't know what Iron Swarm is a GM-less RPG. So let us okay. That's probably gonna open up on the laptop. You want it in the monitor. Over here. I'm gonna get some water while this is loading. So I'm gonna get my books. I'll be right back. Turn this up. Turn the music down. Let's actually just put some dungeon synth on. We're gonna get real nerdy with it. Let's go and change our descriptions though. Studio.youtube.com. Content. Live. Details. Whoops. Just knocked my water all over fucking everything. This sucks. The mouse is fried. No, it's not. It is wet. God damn it. I've got a mouse somewhere here, just hold on. I don't know where to put it. Well, we fried our mouse today by spilling a fucking big old glass of water all over it. I'm gonna go toss it away. That's so annoying. That's our wireless mouse. This sucks, bro. It sucks. Okay. Um. Stream info. Okay, so we will. I think we're good on both YouTube and Twitch. I'm gonna grab my books. And I'm gonna finish cleaning off this table. Actually, I'm gonna do that first. Okay, I'm turning the camera off. We don't need it. So, let me get my books, like I said, and we'll be good to go. I'm gonna put on some Dungeon Synth. Okie dokie. So this is my table that I use for Maze Rats. And Maze Rats is like a super rules light OSR style sandbox game. When I play the game, I have the Maze Rats book, I have the Knave 2nd edition book, which is just a shit ton more tables and some systems that I like. And then I use Old School Essentials, Classic Fantasy, Treasures, and Monsters for like general stuff. I need to get my dice, and then we can start making characters. Okie dokie. I got my dice tray. So for Maze Rats, you only need D6. We have a set of D100 for the Knave tables. I am going to try something a little bit different. I like to play, when I do Maze Rats, because it's a 2D6 system and it has the danger roll. Instead, I use like a tiered success system. So anything below a 7 is going to be a miss. A 7 to, or no, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, a 1 through 6 is a miss. A 7, 8, 9 is like a minor success. And then a 10, as in the core rules, is a success on any sort of like dangerous action. Get the music turned up a little bit. Turn. We need to bring this over here a little closer to us. There we go. Perfect. If anybody's here and you have any idea what I'm doing, say something in chat. Because I've never met anybody else that plays the kind of games that I played the way that I play them. Because I like to play D&D. I love D&D. I love DCC RPG. Old school D&D. I've got a full collection of first edition hardcover books of AD&D. And I just never get to play in a group. And this is actually how I write most of my music. The stories come from emergent gameplay. And yeah, let's just make some characters and then we will just kind of wing it. So these are the character sheets. They're very simple. Most of it's going to be equipment. Because there's only the 3 stats. There's strength, dexterity, and will. And I'm going to do what's called a 0 level funnel. We're going to do a quick little dungeon. So everybody's going to get 1 + 1 to either strength, dex, or will. And I'm going to roll individual, or I'm going to roll for them to see what they get. So one of them gets it in strength, 2 of them get it in will, or dex, and 1 gets it in will. So we'll go like this, like this, like this. They all start with 2 HP. They all start with a helmet. And a helmet is just a little survivability thing that I allow characters to get. That can, it doesn't give armor bonus, but you can destroy it to negate damage. Now the core rules says you get 2 weapons and a shield, and then 6 items. But what I do is I give them 1 weapon, no shield, 2 items, and then when they get to level 1, they get the rest of the level 1 stuff. But they also get whatever they've collected on their adventure. So now we're going to open up Maze Rats and get some names. I do everything randomly because I like the stories to kind of unfold and tell themselves. So we are going to roll to see what their names are. Yeah. So the first one is a male name. 1-3. Bertram. Bertram. Second one, 2-1-2. So that's another male name. 2-1-2. Ellis. 5-1-1. That's a female name. Adelaide. And then 1-2-4, that's another female name. 2-4, Daphne. Okay, and because we are not level 1, we are level 0, we do not get a level 1 path, spell, or attack bonus. So we're just going to be pretty simple with the weapons. We're just going to give them all swords. Because weapons only make a difference if they're heavy or magic in this game. Otherwise, weapons are just weapons. So, I'm not going to give them personality traits. That's going to get developed as we play. I'm not going to give them equipment because what I usually do is just to speed up play. I'll start like this, and then let's say we get to a point where we got to pry something open. If nobody has any items, okay, somebody has a crowbar. Let's say we got to spike a door shut. And somebody has, like, everybody has 2 items that they've gotten through play because of, like, the starting items. And they're not gotten through play, but gotten as we're playing and then granting starting items, like I just said. If they've got, 1 item and one person has, like, 1 slot left out of those 2, then they would get spikes, and then nobody else would get any more starting items. That didn't make a whole lot of sense. I said a lot of words to basically say they don't start with anything, they get it while they play, but it's on their person, I guess. God, I am all out of sorts today, man. Everybody's armor starts at 6. Okay. We're going to roll 4d6 to see how many coins they get. 4, 5, 11, 16. It's actually not bad. In the bank, they have 16 coins total. Essentially, a day laborer will make 1 coin per day. That's kind of how the economy works. Okay, I got a bunch of pieces here. I got a bunch of monsters that I've already statted up. We're actually going to get rid of these ones. We're going to get rid of these ones. We're just going to use these 4 as our characters. We're not going to go through and get a bunch of new ones. We already have a Daphne, so Daphne can go there. This can be Adelaide. This can be Ellis. And this can be Bertram. Bertram. Okay, so we got Adelaide, Ellis, and Bertram. We're gonna change the color of these guys to yellow, so they stand out a little more. Okay, so how this works is I'm gonna grab some cards, and actually, you know what? I think I will turn the camera back on, simply because I have cards and stuff that we're gonna want to use. So we'll reactivate this. We're gonna do what we usually do. And go down like this. I'm gonna grab the cards. Okay, I'm gonna grab the cards and I'll be right back. Shit, where'd they go? The cards are gone. Oh, they're over here. Okay. So I have these quest decks that I got from Drive-Thru RPG. And they are awesome for filling out like, I don't know, just inspiration for quests. We have one Eldritch Omens, Notice Board, Grim Adventures, and Coastal Threats. We're not going to use Coastal Threats today. Yeah, not going to use Coastal Threats today. I don't want to use Notice Board, that's a little too boring. Well, this is a 0 level adventure, but I can scale these however I want. So, even Eldritch Omens, Odd, Grim Adventures. Grim Adventures. Billy and Mandy. Okay. So now we open them up. Get rid of the blank ones. Give them a shuffle. I think they're all facing the right way. Yeah. Give them a shuffle. And then all I'm going to do, I'm going to force myself to use my imagination. One card. You can't read that. It says, 5 blue lights have formed a pentagram over my well, and a sort of shield has formed around it. I can't get near it to get water, and we are getting desperate. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. So first, let's get some details on who is hiring us for this job. So we're going to get our notebook. Actually, we'll do it in here. Okay, we're going to go to quests. We're going to get rid of this. Delete threads. Quests. Blue pentagram above. So let's try to think of, this is the thing I like about solo gaming, is we can just jump into it and we can use oracles to determine everything. But I like to kind of plan ahead, like what could be causing this. It doesn't have to be the case, but maybe like there has to be a clue or a hint that we're going off of, a tip that we're going off of to begin with. Let me get my shoes off. Okay. So, because, I mean, on its face, this one doesn't really give you any clues as to like how it could be solved, but we are going to use something real quick. I gotta grab it. Okay, I can't find. I have two charts that are D100 tables from Ironsworn. I can't find them. So, wait. Nope, that's not them. So instead, I'm going to have to grab the Ironsworn book. Oh, boo. Have to actually use my game books. Okay. Where is it? It's Shadow Dark. Ironsworn. Where the fuck are ya? This'll be. God damn it! I want to know where it is. I moved so much shit around today, trying to get organized and start getting things switched over, that I simply don't know where some of my stuff is. I'm getting overwhelmed. This sucks. I mean, for anybody who's here, it looks like there's a couple viewers here. I have a condition that makes it very hard to manage my emotions. I'm very good at it, though. But I do get winded, I get overwhelmed, I get overstimulated, I get agitated, and I have to take a break because I want to be in a good mood, I want to be happy, I want to have a good day, and I want you guys to have a good time. So I'm going to get some water. Please stick around for like 5 minutes. I'm not going to be done. I just need to get some water. I got to find those sheets so I can calm down, and then I will get back to it. Okay, I'm a little bit traumatized about getting water, considering the last time I had water, I destroyed my mouse about a half hour ago. So, we found the sheets, by the way. We are going to, you know what, let's make this, let's just default that. We don't need to, let's do this. There we go. Okie dokie. So these are what I grabbed. If you play Ironsworn, you're familiar with these. They are the action and theme tables, and then the descriptor and focus tables. These are actually from Ironsworn Starforged, because Ironsworn only has the descriptor and focus. I like the action and theme too. So we're going to roll both. We're going to get a descriptor and a focus, and then we're going to get an action and a theme that is like believed to be how we would solve the problem. Might change. So first, we're going to get a descriptor. We got 80 rare, 38 rare gas. Let's come back to that one. Action 35. Depart. Okay, this makes more sense to me. 83. Depart strategy. Okay, so we're going to say that there is some kind of mechanism in place. There's believed that there's some kind of mechanism in place that needs to be messed with to get this shield to go away. Because in my game, it is a science fantasy game, so this could be like ancient technology. It doesn't have to be magic. Kind of the same thing. So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna say for now we have a clue that we need to investigate like the area surrounding, because we believe there is some device that is like powering this, and the pentagram and the shield are two separate things. The pentagram probably has something to do with what's in the well, and then the shield is used to block the entrance. I'm already like I like to use cults in D&D because they're easy throwaway bad guys, and you can have really cool like big villains. So we are going to just jump right into the action. I have a whole system devised for doing urban, doing dungeon, and doing wilderness adventures. This one is going to be a dungeon just for simplicity's sake. I need to reset this. Whoopsies. So I have all of these pieces, these game board pieces. I have them set up to randomize what's inside of the rooms and the corridors. Okay, so this is our dungeon. For the sake of demonstration, we're gonna say that the whole shield part is gone, because I couldn't come up with any cool ideas to like kind of get that going. But the pentagram over the fucking well, there's something in the well, so this dungeon is gonna be the well. Okay. This is how I do this. The party has 8 torches, 2 per character, to start with. They should be on the character sheets, but I'm not gonna bother because these guys are all gonna die. So what we do is we take one of these guys, we just need a regular D6. We'll keep track of our turns, because every 6 turns we have to make a wandering monster check. The reason why I do every 6 is because there's a lot of checks in this game to begin with, and it gets too bogged down if you're doing it like every other or every turn. So we are going to start, but whoops. On each turn, the characters, the party, together. Wait, why are there so many fucking... Any more of these already fucking dunzo? Unexplored, 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 unexplored. Okay. Each turn, you can move 1 space. When you move into the space, you randomize it. Trapdoor. That means the corridor has a trapped door. A character can spend a turn trying to discover and dismantle the trap. I used a target number system when I originally made this. I didn't want to go and redo it after I updated the resolution mechanism. So the way I do this is one of them, probably whoever has the highest dexterity. So one of them is going to get a +1 to their roll. They're rolling 2 dice, and they need to get, if they get a 7 or higher, then they unlock it, but I automatically do a danger roll. If they get a 10 or higher, they unlock it without a danger roll. And then we do the danger roll on the normal every 6 turns, like I mentioned before. So they got a 12. 6 and a 5, +1, 12. So the trap has been disarmed. So we can go like this. I think that's an empty room. Empty corridor. Trap's been disarmed. That took 1 turn. So this is now the beginning of the 2nd turn. Party moves into this room here. You randomize. It's an empty room. But every room, regardless if it's empty or if it's got shit in it, has 2 features. The features are a room type and a room detail. The room type is going to determine what's in the room, obviously. And the room details is going to determine some kind of hindrance or boon that can be accessed usually you'll see. So we're gonna roll this to see what kind of room it is. 2-2. So it's a courtyard. So we're in a well, and we went down very deep into a cavern, and through this one corridor there is a large courtyard. Let's see what the room details might be. 2-2, cracked beams. Ooh, so we gotta be careful. If we ever have to run through this room, we have to make a check to see if the room collapses. Corridor with, if running, check for collapse. Okay, did I put beans? No. And by running, I mean, if we're trying to escape, we can move 2 spaces at a time through spaces we've already accessed. Okay, so we've explored these 2. We're on the 3rd turn. I think, because if we go this way, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 turns, and then we can go 1, 2. So that's 6 turns to get back here. So we're going to have to do a danger roll somewhere over here. So we're going to go this way. Randomize. Trapdoor. Okay. We have to try it again. 4, 5, 6. We got a 7. So we succeeded, but we have to do a danger roll. And this is where the meat of the game is. Or a hazard roll, sorry. Been a while. So we're gonna roll. We got an 8. What does it say on here? For an 8, oh, that's none. That's basically free, like nothing happens, which is good. So this room is no longer trapped. Yeah, this one is no longer trapped. We can go and put it empty. We're on turn number 4. Move into this corridor. Randomize. Nah, it's empty again. That's kind of lame. That's okay. Turn 5. Into this corridor. Ambush. Ooh, that's not good. So this is where the characters are all going to die. Because we are going to roll 2d6. We got a 9. So 1d6 plus threat, which is 1, because we are, or no, it's 0, because we're a 0 level adventure. So essentially, I'm rolling a d6 here, and we're going to have to go look at the unusual foes. That's a cocked dice. 4. So let's go into the Old School Essentials Monsters book. This is pretty much the BX monster section. So there should be an unusual encounter table. Dungeon level. Unusual. There we go. This could be bad. I need a D12. Yeah, I gotta get a D12. I'll be right back. We got a 9, which is a lycanthrope werewolf. That's not good. So we're not going to use minis for combat. We're just going to do it theater of the mind. So the party enters this corridor, and they get ambushed by four werewolves. So first we need to see what the disposition of these werewolves is. 2, that is unfriendly. So we have one chance We have one chance to try and convince them to not eat us. And what do? How do we try and get out of this? So we've got the party of 4. We've got 4 werewolves. We're going to say they're not like full werewolves because we don't want the whole ass party to die right now. But this is bad. And the way we do combat is similar to Maze Rats, but I do damage a little differently. I do damage like Scarlet Heroes. So werewolves, I believe, are 2... No. They gotta be more than 2 hit dice. They've gotta be... Wereboar, werewolf... Oh, they're 4 hit dice. So that would normally mean they take 4 hits to kill. Because in my game, damage is done like this. You roll a 2d6, you add your attack bonus, you add whatever relevant ability score, and then... Or no, you don't. You only add attack bonus. You only get attack bonus and then magic buffs in this game. You compare that to the target's armor. If you get equal to, it's a glancing hit that does no damage. If you get a 1, it's a glancing hit that does no damage. Or if you get 1 higher, it's a glancing hit that does no damage. If you get 2 to 5 higher, it's 1 damage. 6 to 9 is 2 damage. And if you get 10 or more higher than their defense, which is a static number, you do 4 damage. So, for example, let's say we're going to let 2 of these werewolves attack at a time because we're in a corridor. We got ambushed from one direction. So they're going to get... Well, we said we had one chance to try and, like, convince them otherwise. So we're going to say one of the items that Daphne has is rations. That makes sense. So we're going to say rations come in packs of 3. Daphne approaches who appears to be like the biggest of the werewolves, and she offers a ration, and she offers 3 of their coins. We're going to say Daphne is the leader because she has the highest will. And now she's going to roll and hope to God we get a 9. We got a 9. I know you don't have to believe me, but whatever. We got a 9. So we convinced the werewolves not to attack us. We're not out of danger yet, because we have to figure out a way to let them, or get them to let us go away now. So we offered that to get them to stop. Now we're going to see, through conversation, we're going to see what their motivation is. So we go to characters, or no, what are they doing? Maze rooms, dungeon tricks, dungeon hazards, trap triggers, dungeon activities. Okay, dungeon activities. What are they in the middle of doing when they ambushed us? Okay, so we notice that when they ambushed us, they came out of like a secret door in the corridor. And sorry, I got really zoned out for a second. I gotta chill. Okay. They see the secret door, and the werewolves are guarding it pretty heavily. Like, they don't want us to see what's in it. So now we're gonna put a little note on here. We're gonna go ahead and say that it's empty. But then in the notes, 4 werewolves guard a secret door. So there's something in there that they don't want us to know about. Now we need to choose, do we want to go in here and risk something else being in here and then having werewolves and whatever the fuck the new thing is to deal with? No. So we're gonna take our 6th turn. This is the 6th turn, so at the end of it we have to make a hazard roll. 1, 2. So we're gonna be in. Actually, we're gonna do this in the. No, we'll do it in the corridor. So now we have to do another hazard roll, which is a 2d6 roll. That's a 5, which means travel shift. I like these. This alters the dungeon. This is out of Knave. I always come up with a mechanical effect for each of these. So this is a dungeon shift. A delve shift. So we're going to roll 2d10. We got a 60. Monster sounds. So the next, let's see, monster sounds, it's not a sign, so it doesn't mean that a beast is coming. Beasts are like unique monsters that I come up with kind of on the fly that are hunting the party. But this is just monster sounds. So I think that means that the next room that we go into is occupied. The one that we had cleared is now occupied. So we are going to use this to our advantage, or use the knowledge to our advantage, and try and... It's a courtyard, right? This is the courtyard? Yes. We are going to try to sneak through. So we're going to take our sneakiest character, which 2 of them have a 2 dex. So we're just going to roll 2d6. We got a 5, 6, so we fail. So we're rolling an encounter. We rolled an encounter. Monster encounter dice. What do we get? 5, 2 d6, minions, elites, and beasts. So we got an 11. So we need a pencil. So we got 11 hit dice worth of minions, elites, and we're going to ignore the beast because that's going to be a lot already. Usually I'll try to do like a 2 or 3 to 1 ratio of minions to elites, because minions die after 1 hit and elites usually have like 2 hits. So we are going to... There is 7, 8, 9. There are 7 minions. 7 minions. 2 elites. Now, what kind of monsters are they? We are going to go to Classic Fantasy Monsters. Go to the dungeon tables. We are on level 1, which is a D20, which I need to grab. Alright, D20. We got a 9. What is a 9 on the table? Killer bees. Excelente. So, we're going to say there are 7, like, worker bees, and there are 2, like, soldier bees. We need to see who has the initiative. I'm rolling a red die and a white die. Whoever gets the highest has the initiative. White die is us. We get the initiative. We are going to try and fucking bypass these things. So, we got to try to sneak again. Who is the sneakiest character? I think we're going to say that one of Alice's items is, what the fuck is Caltrops going to do against bees? Okay. We're going to do this. We're going to put out our torch, and we're going to try and sneak through. We got a 7, 8, 9, or 8, which is a pass, but something happens. So we're going to say it takes us twice as long. Took us 2 turns. So we are safely... It looks like we're in here, but we're out of here at this point. We just need to pick which way we're going. We're obviously going to go this way. Locked door. So this just means that in order to pass through this corridor, we have to unlock it. So once again, somebody's rolling dexterity. That's a 5, so that's a failure. And basically, we just have to keep trying. If we had a lockpick, we get advantage. If we had a path, we'd have advantage. We might need to leave. This is gonna get dangerous. Okay. Yeah, after 3 tries, you have to come up with another solution. You can't just keep trying. So we are going to try to bash the door down. The consequence to this is that if we do that, we have to make a danger roll. And then we also have to, we can't get surprise on the next encounter. So we have somebody with a +1 strength. We're going to say they have a crowbar. Who is it? Bertram? Bertram's got a crowbar. This gives him advantage. Eight, 9. So we bust it open, but we have to immediately do a danger roll. Or a hazard roll. 6. That's nothing, right? That's nothing. Alright. So this is now busted open. It's empty. Now we are on our 6th turn, so after this, unguarded treasure. Roll for treasure. Ooh. That doesn't happen very often. We're going to go to the treasure. Let's see. What can we do? We are going to... There's got to be some way to... Yeah. Okay. Magic item type. First, we roll... Oh, treasure. Sorry. I gotta get the Scarlet Heroes book. What page did it say? Scarlet Hero 127? Okay, so we're going to roll 3d6 and consult the table to tell us what kind of treasure we found. 6, 12, 13. 1/10 of the C-type trove appropriate to that place. So the C-type trove... We're going to say... This is a minor hidden treasure. So there is D6 gold pieces, or coins. We found 1 coin. There is 5% chance of cheap gems. That's a 7. That's so close. There's 5% chance of cheap jewelry. Nope. A 1% chance of costly gems or jewelry. Nope. So, the unguarded treasure that we found was a single coin. And we gave away 3 coins, so we actually need to take away 2. So we now have 12 coins. Alright. Now we need to... I know I said before that there's like a room type and then there's details. I'm just trying to get us through this so you guys can kind of see how I do things. And then get to level 1 so we can start the actual... Because once we get to level 1, I switch to playing just 1 character. I don't play multiple. It's whoever survives this is like my roster of characters I can choose from when I'm playing. Okay, so we need to roll the hazard dice again. 9, that's not good. Oh, another travel shift. So let's pull Knave out again. Got a delve shift, D1 hundo, 42, fog. What does fog do? I think fog makes it so that ranged attacks are at disadvantage. But right now we don't have any ranged weapons, but there is currently fog in the dungeon. So don't let me forget that. So this is now empty. Let's see. Do we go this way and then come back through and explore this one? I think so. So we'll switch this to the 1. We'll go here. Randomize. Randomize. Empty corridor. That's okay. We'll accept that. And then whatever the last room we get to is going to be like the boss encounter. I'm hoping we get like a friendly encounter or something interesting. This is now 2, second turn. Randomize monster. Okay. Now we roll 2d6, 7, 2d4. I don't use d4s for this, so we're going to do 2d6 minions and elites. 8. So there's 8 hit dice of minions and elites. And we are going to see what kind of monsters they are. Was that a d20? Yeah, d20. Where'd it go? There it is. 19. Oh, nice. A traitor. Okay. We got a traitor. We are going to pause here, because I need to go get some water. Okay. So, a traitor in a dungeon. We're gonna say that we could probably buy like regular ass dungeon equipment from them, but we still have, like most of these people have. Whoops. Ah. So Daphne has 2 rations on her left. She used one of them on the werewolves. Bertram's got a crowbar. So we still have... Ellis has 2 items, Adelaide has 2 items, Daphne has 1 left, and Bertram has 1 left. So we don't really need to use any money on anything, but he might have or they might have information about what's going on in the dungeon. So we are going to try and see what the traitor's disposition is towards us first. There goes my die. Off the table. Oh. Fallen soldier. Okay. 4. We got to 4. Which is like neutral. So whatever information they have, they're not gonna give it away. Let's see. So now, okay. If I would have rolled like wary, then I would have been at disadvantage on this roll. If I would have rolled friendly, I'd be at advantage. Because I didn't roll either, I'm at normal. And this is a roll to see if we can get any information out of him about what's going on down here. Or maybe what's in that secret room. I don't know. Who knows? So let's have Daphne make this roll because she has the highest will. 6, 7, 8. I got a 9. So that's a minor success. So, he has information, but it comes at a price of D6 coins. So if we pay him 2 coins, he can give us a clue about the dungeon. We're going to do it. We're going to use up 2 of our coins. And he's going to tell us something. Now, we're going to roll either on... Do we want to know what they're doing or how they're trying to do it? Because if we do the action theme, I think that should kind of tell us, like, what's going on in the dungeon. And if we do descriptor focus, I would say that kind of tells us, like, what the inhabitants down here are doing, but not necessarily why. So on an even, we're going to roll on the action. Nope, so descriptor focus. So for our descriptor, 45. Oops, where did I flip it already? 45. Foul. 59. Foul outpost. Okay, what does that mean? Foul outpost. Give me a second. I grabbed this. To give you an idea of how the game works, let's look at the mansion murders. Oh, that's an article. We want a short story. There was the flying box. He was tied to the flying box. He twisted his head left and saw others. Okay. So, based on what we got foul outpost. It was the flying box. He was tied to the flying box. I think that we have tapped into some sort of underground stronghold, that this well maybe at one point was like a ventilation shaft, and since, like, the water table has leaked into it, and now it is essentially a well, and it is... Hold on, guys, sorry. I know if I take a break, everyone's going to be gone when I get back. That happens every time, but I definitely need a break. I've been doing this now for 2.5 hours without a break. I'm going to go outside, just get some fresh air. Be back in a couple minutes. I hope y'all are still here when I get back. All right, Zach is back. I made it. Good job, buddy. Oh, I'm really fucking dizzy. I'm gonna just kneel down for a minute. Oh. How's everybody doing? I might have to switch gears here for just a little bit. I want to keep going because I want to get down to a single character because I really want to start writing some stories, writing some lyrics, and I think I'm gonna sing for just a little bit. Should I sing like a cover song or should I do one of my originals? I got a lot of music, man. I should be promoting Pariah right now because that's featured on MetalDevastationRadio.com at the moment, and I'm promoting it. Really trying to push it. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Anybody? Bueller? Okay, yeah, I have to sing for a little bit. Sorry guys, I know this is kind of the focus right now, but I really gotta listen to my head, and I need a slight break from this. So we will save this. No, we're just gonna leave it open. We're gonna open up a Reaper. Open project. Whoops. New.
We're going to. Whoops, sorry. That's really loud. Open project. Onagi. We'll do. We're gonna sing Pariah, so you can see kind of what the EP's all about. Okay. Be back in just a moment. All right. Let's mute the dungeon synth momentarily. Get the microphone right here. Get it nice and close and personal. All right. Okay. This is
Okay, this is Pariah. It's my favorite, second favorite song on my EP. Testing. Testing. There we go.
I won't follow in the steps of the innocent, for they died. There's X's over the eyes on the flags, purple in color to show the greed. I won't do this, I won't do anything. I won't follow in the steps of the innocent, for they died. There's X's over the eyes on the flags, purple in color to show the greed. I won't do this, I won't do anything. I won't follow in the steps of the innocent, for they died. There's X's over the eyes on the flags, purple in color to show the greed. I won't do this, I won't do anything. I won't follow in the steps of the innocent, for they died. There's X's over the eyes on the flags, purple in color to show the greed. I won't do this, I won't do anything. I won't follow in the steps of the innocent, for they died. There's X's over the eyes on the flags, purple in color to show the greed. Break free. From their wrath, shed your skin. No one recognizes you. I won't do this, I won't do anything. I won't follow in the steps of the innocent, for they died. There's X's over the eyes on the flags, purple in color to show the greed. What would mother say about your broken bones? So fresh and clean. No one recognizes you. What would you do when they walk beside you, never to be seen, only for your eyes? What would you do if they walk beside you, never to be seen, only for your eyes?
That was Pariah, the second track on the Pariah EP. Alright, I'm feeling a little more grounded now. I'm gonna do one more. Alright, can you hear me? Yes, you can. Sweet. This is a song called Commander Crowbar. It is one of my favorite songs that I've written. It is the first song on my first EP, and it's about a guy who murders somebody with a crowbar in a corn maze and then chases them around begging for forgiveness. I gotta go after this. I said I was done at 3 today. We'll continue the game next time. Probably tomorrow.
An old man bore witness to his lover killed for all to see. He didn't know which way to go. He went around and round and round. Cold rubber grip, spread paint, 2 feet of fun to go round for round. Grip, spread paint, 2 feet of fun to go round for the animal inside, it takes a hold of me. Oh, please forgive my wrong. I won't call you a liar if you take me home. I won't call you a liar if you take me home. I won't call you a liar if you take me home. I won't call you a liar
That's Commander Crowbar. All right, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It was a blast. Sorry we didn't get more of the gaming done. If you don't know, I make it a point to talk on the stream a lot about mental health because I am bipolar. I have schizoaffective disorder. I have ADHD. I am autistic. I have all sorts of stuff going on. So I'm a little goofy sometimes. I'm a little bit different. And it guides the stream a lot. So I think what I'm going to start doing after this month is over, so, we have like another week left or a week and a half. I'm going to start planning my streams as like events on Facebook. So once a week, I'm going to have an event. It's probably going to be like a songwriting workshop or tutorials on Reaper or Easy Mix or a show. I might put on a show, like a Doom improv show with this sweet new acoustic bass that I got, acoustic electric bass. Last night, we wrote a whole song on stream. I don't have time to show it off, but it is on SoundCloud. If you go to my SoundCloud, just look up Onagi Hoksila, Onagi Hoksila on SoundCloud, and you will find all my demos and stuff. But there's a lot of stuff to look forward to. So I'm here every day. I will probably not be this weekend because I'm trying to get my house organized. I'm reorganizing stuff so that my studio space is in the biggest room in the house, and then whatever. So it's kind of a mess right now. I got a lot of work to do. So I'll be streaming tomorrow. Probably, I got nothing going on tomorrow, so I'm going to start early. I might start at like 5 in the morning. But I'll be streaming all day, music stuff, and then probably some game stuff, and probably some music stuff, and probably some other game stuff. So come by tomorrow. I will be here early in the morning. So if you get up and you're having coffee, you want to have someone to chat with, I'll be here. All right. Thank you so much. Zach is signing off. Fucking stay heavy.